The Yankees were off to the franchise's best start since 1992 before they lost their first game of the season to the Diamondbacks on Tuesday night. So let's talk about that hot start and all things pinstripes with Alex Wilson, co-host of the Fireside Yankees podcast. My man, and I would like to tell the people, he was on 5 minutes early on this Zoom. He's on Tom Coughlin time. I love it. How you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling great. Look, hopefully the Yankees can get this win today. Really good start to the season. Different Yankee team. I'm excited to talk about it.
All right, let's talk about the start of the season. 5 straight wins before last night's loss. It was an ugly loss last night. But what's been your first impression of this team about a week into the new season?
Juan Soto, man. Juan Soto and Anthony Volpe, these guys are electric. Soto's brought a different type of energy to this team. We've lacked that type of aura, that type of energy, that atmosphere that when you're losing, the first 3 games of the season, there was a deficit, and the Yankees bounced back from all 3 of those to win against the Houston Astros in Houston. Maybe we found the kryptonite. Maybe Juan Soto is the kryptonite for the Houston Astros, and Volpe looks refined. We're going to talk about him in a minute here. One of those guys that we're going to grade and give a little bit of an impression on because of his hot start.
Well, I love the teams that start as a team, but let's give some individual grades like you just said. Give us your grade and quickly give us the why. First up, Anthony Volpe.
Volpe gets an A, and it's not even close. He has changed his swing this offseason. His bat path is more level. He's generating that same power. The hard-hitting metrics are still there. But he's seeing the ball well. His head is in place. His balance is refined. He's a better player. He looks like a 10-year vet in a sophomore's body, and that's ultimately what the Yankees hope that he would develop into this caliber of player.
Oswaldo Cabrera.
Cabrera gets an A- for me. I think that he's going to regress from the hot start, but he is still an excellent young player, 25 years old, switch hitter. They're having him bat lefty against left-handed pitching, which is a little unique for a switch hitter. But he's really solid. He's seeing the ball well. He's taking a lot of tips and a lot of advice and insight from Juan Soto. And that's a pretty good player to be watching if you're a young player looking to improve.
Well, I'm glad you brought up Soto because he's one of the 2 new guys that we're going to individually grade. Juan Soto, what grade would you give him?
Juan Soto gets an A. I mean, if you have any other grade for him, you might have not watched the first couple of games of this season. He's been electric. He's helped this Yankee team fight back. But one of the most interesting things about him is not just offensively. He's made a couple of really nice defensive plays, which he's not known for, gunning that runner out at home plate in the first game of the season, a couple of sliding grabs. He's been excellent in all facets. The energy he brings is something that we desperately needed.
Early season grade for Marcus Stroman.
Stroman's been pretty good, too. I'd say I give him an A-. I love the energy. He's a guy that produces lots of ground balls, great fit for Yankee Stadium. I think that he's another guy that on the mound, he gets excited. He gets hype. And I think that energy bleeds over into every other player on this team.
Nasty Nestor Cortez. Hasn't really been nasty to start the season, but what grade would you give him?
Cortez, I'll give him a little bit of a slack. I'll give him a C+ for now because he's still ramping up from that shoulder injury. Love Nestor. I think he'll be fine. The strikeouts are a bit down. The ground ball rate is up. The left on base percentage is maintaining with his career averages. He just has to get that confidence back, and he's going up against some really good teams in the Astros and Diamondbacks. I'm not surprised he's struggling a little bit to open the year.
Finally, hashtag all rise, Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge has been pretty bad, if we're going to be quite honest with you. He probably gets a C- right now. I mean, defensively, he's been fine in center field, but this is not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. He's that good. He's a phenomenal player. Missed a little bit of time at the end of spring training, but at the end of the day, he is one of the best players in the game. Once he gets hot, that dynamic duo with Judge and Soto at the top of the order is going to be something to watch. 6
A's and 2 C's. I wish you were one of my teachers back in the day. My GPA would have been a lot higher there, huh? All right, let's talk about Game 3 of this D-back series. That closes out tonight. Carlos Rodon is in line to get the start. How does this team bounce back after their first loss?
Well, Rodon just has to get through the order a couple times. I think that he's a tremendous pitcher. He's trying to bounce back from an injury-riddled 2023 season. His strikeouts have always been historically great. He just has to be confident, use his pitches, use them well. He's introduced a new cutter to the arsenal, which has been really good for striking out batters. So I think he's got the stuff. It really just about momentum for him. If he's feeling good, I think he's going to have a good day. And really, the offense has to show up as well in this one.
All right, really quick, shout out to your platform. Where can the people find you?
Alex Wilson, ESM on Empire Sports Media. We got Fireside Giants, Fireside Yankees, Fireside Knicks, covering all the New York sports teams. I appreciate you guys helping me, give some appreciation to the other channels, but I had a blast. Thank you.
All right, man. Thanks for hopping on with us.